The views expressed are not necessarily those of KSCJ and Powell Broadcasting Company. This program is not intended to replace the advice of doctors or other clinical providers. Consult with your practitioner to ensure the proper course of action for you.
Welcome to When Things Aren't Going Well on AM 1360, FM 94.9 KSCJ. This program is dedicated to your mental health wellness and brought to you by Family Services, a United Way partner agency. Here's your host, Art Silva.
Good morning, Siouxland, and welcome to When Things Aren't Going Well. This show is all about your mental wellness and how you can create an environment that makes you feel comfortable and safe and up to date on what's going on in the community. As you know, we dedicated 2023 to families, and today our topic and our guests are going to talk about a segment of that family, particularly our teens and adolescents. So with that, I'll introduce you to our world-famous co-host, Brenda Geisinger, and Brenda will do the introductions of the individuals and our topic today. Brenda?
Good morning, everyone. So today we have with us Boys and Girls Club of Sioux City, and we have Meredith Treppa and Kevin Pottabaum to talk about the wonderful work they're doing over there. We really focused this year on the resources that are in Sioux City and how everybody can benefit and what's out there. So we invited them to kind of talk about all the great work they're doing. So Kevin, I'll turn it over to you and you can kind of highlight some things you're doing.
Yeah, first off, we want to thank you for having us join you today and really thank you for this whole process of focusing on this very important topic that I think it's swept under the rug far too often. And at the Boys and Girls Clubs of Siouxland, we really take a stance on focusing on mental health for our youth. It's so important, and we've made a lot of strides to really focus on that. So again, thank you for having us here. One of the big things we kind of wanted to talk about to make sure the community is aware of is our new teen center. At the Boys and Girls Clubs of Siouxland, we've served ages 7 to 18 since 1968, so I'm not that great at math, but it's been about 55 years now, and and in the past we had really seen a drop in our teen population over the years, and especially post-COVID, that's such a tough age for kids and what they're dealing with, that we knew we had to do something to keep them engaged, keep them coming back to the club. So last year, we were able to finally open the doors on our new teen center right next door to our main location on Pearl Street. And with that, we put a very strong focus on mental health programming for our kids, along as our other great programming, academics and social and emotional health, as well as physical activity. A really big focus on the mental health. And we feel like it's done a lot of great things for our kids. We're seeing some great results from our work. Just as an example, this summer was the first summer of our teen center being open, during the summer program. And we saw more than twice the number of kids coming each and every day among our teens. And so when they're there, we know they're getting great programming. We have programs. Teen Talks is a pretty simple one that we do through the school year, where it's just we have volunteers and staff that are just having different discussions with these kids and just hearing their impact. I think a lot of times with mental health, they just need someone to listen.
Oh,
exactly.
So true.
Yeah, so we offer that service, and then partnerships are so crucial for us. And right now we have a great partnership with Catholic Charities, where Nate comes in. Nate is a licensed therapist, and he's able to offer his services to our youth members and our volunteers and staff at no out-of-pocket cost for those families. So that is such a huge thing. And Nate comes in, and what I love about Nate's services are if they need a sit-down intervention type service, he's available for that. But a lot of kids are hesitant, and there's some negative stigma with that, so they're not willing to. So Nate will just go out and just join our normal programming for a while. He just hangs out with the kids. Maybe he's playing a game of pool with them, shooting some hoops with them, just chatting with them on a personal level first, and then when he needs to step in and do a little more, his services are there. But he's a friend before he's a therapist to these kids, and that's such a cool thing that he's able to do. And again, our partnership with Catholic Charities, being able to offer that to our club members, we've seen some huge results from that, and we're so happy that he's there. And again, we have several other programming, and I'll pass along to Meredith and let her talk a little bit more about the specifics, even with some of the training that our staff does in regards to the mental health aspect, and we're really proud of it.
Yes, so our staff is going through a journey to being a trauma-informed organization. So all of the programming that we're currently putting on will have an undertone of being informed in trauma and what kids have been through, especially since COVID. The world has changed so much, and those effects have continued to linger for years and years. So Boys and Girls Clubs of America has really doubled down on what we're putting into mental health and realizing that that is one of the most important things that kids need access to right now. We're very happy to see that our fall registration has just started and our teen population is continuing to explode, and the kids who were with us during the summer are interested in coming back, and it's really a testament to the services we're providing, the great time that they're having there, and the value that they're seeing in our program. So we're very excited to see those kids returning and grateful for partnerships like Catholic Charities made possible by Women United, and looking forward to expanding that continually. It's very hard for kids to get mental health appointments a lot of times.
Yes.
You know, the availability of therapy in town is very limited. So we're happy to be able to fill that gap.
I'm out Silva, and you're listening to When Things Aren't Going Well, along with Brenda Geisinger, and our guest today from the Teen Center, the Boys and Girls Club Teen Center, Executive Director Meredith Trepper and Kevin Potterbaum. He kind of does everything. And talking with you folks, it's really good to hear that the collaboration is very important. Not any group has all the resources they need to treat, and I love to see that you've eliminated the problem of access to care financially has been a barrier, and it's good to. We've worked with Amy Block and Catholic Charities. Amy is wonderful. Heartland Services with Jennifer Jackson. She's wonderful. We've had Girls Inc. on the show twice. Fitz Grant with the Sanford Center. The YMCA in South Sioux has great programs. So we want to make sure that our listening public knows that these programs are out there, and we're all kind of focusing on our future, our youth, and what we can do to help them through a very difficult time. It was difficult for us adults, never mind the children. You know, it kind of slides downhill. So it's just so good to hear that and what you're doing. And who are the winners in this deal? The kids. The kids. Brenda, we got our trauma informed, but we're a little bit down the ladder from you guys. You want to talk about what we do with our residential program?
So the kids that come to our agency, the Boys and Girls Home, really have been traumatized, and they have some difficult circumstances to overcome. They're struggling with mental health, and so we reach out to them, and they live with us, and they're with us 24/7, and we provide group therapy, individual therapy, family therapy, but we also have a school on site where we do our services, and then also we do recreational activities. You know, they've participated in 4-H, they've gone to Cone Park, they go to movies. So really teaching them some emotional well-being, and then also some skills and how to overcome those obstacles that they might have.
We are so fortunate as this community to have this type of volunteer involvement and the focus on the programs that are important. So getting back, Kevin, Meredith, let me ask you about, tell us a little bit about yourselves and your background. Why did you fall into this business?
Absolutely. So I was born and raised in Michigan and kind of bounced around the country. I was in the military and served some time with the Army. After that, I was in corporate America for a little bit, but did some volunteering with children and decided a few years ago that it was time to make a transition and make an impact on kids on a bigger scale. And I was really fortunate that this opportunity with the Boys and Girls Clubs of Siouxland came up at a perfect time. So I've really enjoyed my time there. I've been in Siouxland now for about 7 years. I love the people, I love the community, and I'm so fortunate to be in a position where I can help children and families.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Yeah, and for me, I'm born and raised in Sioux City, so Siouxland has always been home for me. And I would say what really brought me to the club, I kind of bounced around a few different things, but I've always wanted to give back to the community. Just raising from my family background, my dad was on city council and volunteered for, I couldn't even count how many different organizations.
Real good guy.
I don't know how many different charity auctions I've been to over the years and all those different things. And, growing up, some of my earliest memories were volunteering at Rivercade and just how much fun I always had giving back to the community. So my most recent job before the club was at the Iowa State University Extension and Outreach. And you mentioned 4-H, with the home, and we have a connection at the club as well. Being at the extension office, I kind of helped out with all the different program areas. But yeah, 4-H always stood out to me because it was with the kids. And I was reached out to by Meredith with this opportunity at the Boys and Girls Clubs of Siouxland, and the idea of being able to focus all my efforts to help out the youth just seemed like a slam dunk idea for me. So I jumped at the opportunity, and it's pretty awesome being able to be at the club. It's great too. My job has me doing a lot of different things, marketing, fundraising, all that good stuff. But every once in a while, just sneaking out of the office and hanging out with the kids, working on an art project, shooting hoops with them. Yeah, like that. That's the stuff that keeps me going. And, having children of my own, being able to help a lot of those kids that may not have the same resources at home that I know my kids have. It's really awesome to be able to give back any way I can.
Well, this is all good. And we're coming up on our break right now, so continue your morning chill, have another cup of coffee, a glass of juice, and we'll be right back with more of When Things Aren't Going Well right here on 1360 AM, 90.9 FM, KSCJ.
Let's face it, that happens to all of us. However, the pandemic has compounded all of our lives and activities. Even the simplest tasks seem harder. Hi, I'm Brenda Geisinger, the Chief Operating Officer at the Boys and Girls Home and Family Services. Family Services is a United Way partner agency serving children and families of our community, and we're here to help. If you'd like to learn more about Family Services, please contact us via email, website, Facebook, or phone Mary Pickens. At Family Services, we change lives.
Welcome back to When Things Aren't Going Well on KSCJ. Here's Art Silva.
Welcome back to When Things Aren't Going Well. I'm Art Silva, along with our co-host, Mr. Brenda Geisinger, and our guest today from the Teen Center, the Boys and Girls Club in the Teen Center, Meredith Tepper and Kevin Potterbaum. So let's get back to our discussion on the Teen Center. So, okay, I walk in, I'm a teen. What do I see here that's different, and how does it complement the other programs you do at Boys and Girls Club?
Yeah, so for our returning members who are used to going to the main building, you see a lot newer building, that's for sure. It's a lot of updates, but really when the kids first walk in, the hub is that main area, just like in our old building. The hub has your pool tables, your foosball tables, just kind of there's some updated furniture for the Teen Center. You're gonna see a lot of bright colors.
That's good. That's active. That's good.
Yeah, it's got a lot of bright colors, a lot of kind of fun, unique, newer style furniture. So that's where they come in. They have lockers to put their backpacks for the after school program, and that's kind of the main area where they just, especially for the after school program, that's where they're coming and they're just winding down. Like, you just got done with 8 hours in school, fully focused. Like, we're going to give them a minute to just chill, just relax, get your bearings, and then we'll get back into our programming. But, the rest of the Teen Center, we're really proud of some of the different rooms that offers. Off to the right when you walk in, we have just a simple conference room. And at first glance, you might think, okay, well, that's there for our board meetings and all that fun stuff. But we utilize a lot of the programs for that room. One of the big ones is our Youth of the Year program. That's a competition for the kids where they're going for scholarships, and workforce development is crucial for us. So that room gets a lot of the workforce development. We have some awesome board members that have been known to come and help. Maybe with if a teen's getting ready to maybe go for their first job, we can do some mock interviews, get them ready for the interview process. If they have a big presentation that they have to do at school, we've had it where they've tested that presentation in front of our staff or volunteers. Get those jitters out first before you have to do it in your class. So that room, while it seems like it's just kind of your stuffy boardroom, we know that we can use that for programming as well. As you walk along the right side, we have our workout room where there's some weight equipment, some treadmills, ellipticals, that type of stuff for some of that physical activity, which is very crucial. It all ties back to mental health in one way or another, but physical activity is a huge way that can help even with the mental health side of things. So we use a lot of physical programming in our summer and after school programs. Towards the back of our Teen Center are a few more of our more techie, exciting rooms. We do have our art room, which I guess isn't that techie. It's your normal art room. But
I'm
again,
still on stick people. you know. That's about it.
but again, it's an opportunity. The art program, again, it helps out with so much academically and physically and emotionally, gets you ready. We do also have one of the rooms we're really proud of is our new recording studio. So we have,
great.
we have a recording studio in the Teen Center where, we mentioned Girls Inc. with their podcast. We're hoping to get to the point where our teens are going to have their own podcast as well. We're also going to do some different music education courses and then sound engineering with the kids.
Awesome.
So again, it's something that's just fun. It's exciting. Could also potentially be workforce development.
Absolutely.
As, there are career opportunities with that. We have our learning center, which has several computers hooked up where we can do some awesome programming with there. We also offer homework help every day after school. We actually do keep a pretty good contact with the school district where if some of our kids are falling behind grade-wise, we can get them the help they need.
Great.
And in the summer, we call it Summer Brain Gain, where we're still doing academic program to make sure that they're staying on track when school starts back up as well. And then probably the kids' favorite rooms would be on the other side of the building to the left when you first walk in. We do have kind of an in-home theater set up where they have the
great.
theater and the game room where we
sure.
hook up. We have all the newest gaming systems for the kids.
I want to go join the boys.
Yeah. Yeah, and that one's the big selling point to get the kids excited about coming. During the school year, that's kind of a rewards-based room, which again helps us try to get kids, we focus on attendance, grade improvement, stuff like that. They can earn time in there. And that's a good room too because even, frankly, growing up, I felt like I was pretty spoiled, frankly. We have all three of, between the PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo, we have the three newest systems at home. Like, I was going to get one. I had to pick, So they have the access to all of them. It's all monitored, so we know what they're doing with their gaming. That we're trying to set up a little more with our esports programming, where a lot of boys and girls clubs across the country compete against each other.
Oh, that's
wow.
great.
We're looking into trying to do that. And, even that, looking forward, a lot of these schools now, you can get esports scholarships.
See that, yes.
That's a big thing we push. We want to get our kids prepared for whatever the next step is. If that is college, we want to set them on the right path. Maybe it's joining the workforce right away. So workforce development, academics, those are all major key cogs in our programming. We're thinking ahead. Like I said, we're not here to choose what their next step is. We're just here to make sure that whatever that step is, they're prepared for it.
That is great. Meredith, we're going to be coming up to the end of our show soon. So why don't you talk about what's coming up and what we can do and how they can get a hold of you?
Absolutely. So immediately coming up, we are open for fall registration right now. So all of our programs are centered on academic success, good character, and healthy lifestyles. We offer transportation from a number of schools around the Sioux City Community School District, meals, snacks after school, homework help, all the great things that Kevin was talking about. So if you're looking for a place for your kids to be after school, ages 7 to 18, check out our website, bgcsiouxland.org, and you can get your kids signed up for our fall program. We also have our annual luau coming up September 23rd at Country Celebrations.
I'm glad I saved that shirt, that
Yes.
Hawaiian shirt.
We're bringing a little bit of Hawaiian flavor to the city with an actual group out of Chicago called Aloha Chicago. So we'll have live Hawaiian entertainment, a prime rib dinner, open bar, and that's our exciting premiere kind of gala event that we do annually. So really excited to have that back, and tickets will be on sale next week for that.
And where could they go if they wanted to get tickets?
They could visit our website, bgcsiouxland.org. They could come by our office at 823 Pearl Street downtown, or give us a call, 712-258-5545, and we'll be happy to help them out.
Sounds good. Well, you know what? This show has been good. I'm getting a feel-good feeling from you folks being here. I mean, it was great. I'm a boys club grad. I had Linda Box at the boys club, but we used to go on summer activities and stuff. So, yeah, I'm one of you guys. So I'm a grad. I'm an alum. So we're coming up on the end of our show, and every week we end our show with a joke. So earlier Kevin talked about the colors and the stuff in the teen center. So here you go. What is orange and red and always disappointing? High school pizza. It's been great. I want to thank Meredith, Kevin, and of course Brenda, and also our listening audience for tuning in today. I'm going to give a shout out, and we're dealing with families this year, so here's another family for you: the Chris and Kathleen McGowan family. Their daughter just celebrated 2 great awards. First, she was Woodbury County Queen, and then she went on to be Miss Leadership Award down in Des Moines at the Queen Coronation. So congratulations to Maria and what she's accomplished, and to Chris and Kathleen. They got a lot of other members in the family, but they're just outstanding, and we want to share that success with you. When things aren't going well, we'll be back next Saturday morning right here on 1360 AM, 90.9 FM, KSCJ. And in the interim, don't forget to go by the Stuff Store. Brand new stuff arriving daily, located in the former Indian Hills Plaza, the new home of the Jeannie Peterson Behavioral Health Campus. So with that, we wish you the best. Have a great week, and may the sun shine on you. Be kind to your mind.
Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you. Keep smiling until then. Happy trails to you till we meet again.
For more information on the services provided by Boys and Girls Home and Family Services, see them online at boysandgirlshomeiowa.org. Or you can call 712-293-4700 to get more information about family services, residential treatment, the Opportunity School, the Siouxland Family Center, and more. At Boys and Girls Home and Family Services, we change lives. We change lives. We change lives.